Lamarcus Aldridge has officially cleared waivers, and he will be joining the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets got a lot of firepower, and they just got that much better getting a former All-Star. Lamarcus can get it done. We know what he's capable of. His post game has always been there. He's a guy that can spread the court. I don't know what the Nets' plans are with this small ball lineup, but at this point, I think Brooklyn's just trying to put themselves in a position to be able to switch their lineup depending on who they're playing. If they're playing the Milwaukee Bucks, we'll see. Maybe they want to go big to have somebody to deal with Giannis. If they're playing other teams out east like the Boston Celtics or somebody, maybe they want to go small ball. The Nets are putting themselves in position to be able to deal with everybody's best. That's what they're doing. What I love about the waiver wire in the NBA is because it tells you exactly what a player thinks about a team. Obviously, we know players, when they're doing interviews pre or post game, to a degree, they have to be political. They can't just go up to the podium and say, yeah, I really don't like the guy we're playing against. I think he shoots too much. My teammate shoots too much. My teammate doesn't pass me the ball. Come on now. We're human. We know, obviously, these are thoughts that we all think. Hell, if you've just played pickup ball, I'm sure after the game, you were thinking, yo, my guy could have got me to rock a little more. We would have won the game going to 11, right? Obviously, these NBA players that do this is their career. You know they have those thoughts night to night, but you can't do that. You got to play the political game. The waiver wire is the one time where you're not so keen in on a location because you're going to only be there for a few months. You're not so keen in on money because more times than not, especially a guy like Lamarcus Aldridge, he was bought out from San Antonio. He's already made the money this year. He's joining Brooklyn on a minimum deal. This ain't about money. This is solely about what team can I win a championship with the easiest. That's what this is about. And Lamarcus Aldridge's shoes at this point in his career. And he's telling y'all who he thinks the favorite is. I think it's interesting. He's telling y'all, yo, I think the Brooklyn Nets are the favorite. I'm joining this team. It ain't about money because I'm only going to probably be here for about 4 or 5 months. I don't think the Nets are going to be able to sign Lamarcus long-term because he could still go out and get maybe $10 million a year for the remainder of his career. He's a guy that could get it done. He's not a above-the-rim player. So like a Blake Griffin is going to be a guy that's going to probably struggle to get another contract if he wants to make more money after this Brooklyn run here. Lamarcus, he'll be able to get a decent bag for a few more years. Lamarcus is telling you, I think the Nets are the best team. And I am going after a championship for the next few months in Brooklyn. And I love to see it. You know, I think the Brooklyn Nets should be the heavy favorites to get it done. No excuses for Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. It's happened so quickly here. When KD and Kyrie got together to kick off this season, I said the Nets could win a championship when they got James Harden. I said they should win a championship when they got Blake Griffin. I said, really? And once they just acquired Lamarcus Aldridge as he clears waivers here, it's like, bruh, again? And call me crazy. The Nets still have one roster spot open. So anybody else off the buyout market, if you want to go play in Brooklyn, hey, you're more than welcome to do it. They might go get Steve Nash out of retirement and sign him to that roster and have him play backup point guard for Kyrie Irving. They've got everything. Not to mention Spencer Dinwiddie made it through the deadline. He's still on their roster. He'll be back next year. And they still got some cap exceptions, which is just wild to me. Congratulations to Brooklyn. You guys, y'all definitely got the executive of the year. It's not even close. Y'all let me know in the comment box below, what do you think of Lamarcus Aldridge's decision to join the Brooklyn Nets? Do you look at it as stacking the decks? I do believe it's somewhat stacking the decks because I just think it's unnecessary, right? I just think Lamarcus could have went to Philadelphia and he could have had more, right? He could have got more minutes. He could have been more a part of winning. I just hate to see guys like Blake somebody's going to be left out between Blake, Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan, and Lamarcus Aldridge, because Nicholas Claxton has been playing some really good minutes for the Nets, right? He's a young guy. He's been getting it done. He's got good chemistry with Kyrie and Harden as well. He's going to get to the floor. He's earned some minutes. I promise you he's in Nash's rotation. You're not going to play 5 bigs in the playoffs. Sometimes you go as deep as 7 or 8. Okay, KD can play the 4 on any given night. who's going to be out of the mix. One or two guys are going to be out of the mix. Somebody's going to be on the end of the bench. And yes, they may win a championship, but did you really win a championship? You know what I mean? So we will see who's out of the mix out of those 5 gentlemen that I named. All those guys have been ballers at some point in their career, and looks like Nicholas is coming up the ranks, right? Let me know what you think about this Nets team right now. I think they're the heavy favorites. They should get it done. We will see. Will they get it done? Exciting times to be a basketball fan as the Brooklyn Nets add to their array of luxuries. Lamarcus Aldridge is a Net. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr.Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr.Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at FERRO. And even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FERRO as well.